But Donald Trump has not sort of held up his end of the bargain in some ways when it comes to focusing on things like what he's got in this contract with America that he came out with over the weekend, and making sure that those points are the ones that do get through when his stuff does break through.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of can't help himself. There's a lot of material here for a Republican to work with, for Republican Senate candidates, for a different Republican nominee perhaps, but Donald Trump sort of can't get out of his own way, and anytime he is attacked or accused of something by the media, he feels the need to respond, to defend himself at length, to lash out at his accusers. We've seen this play out during the debates, both in the primaries and in the general election. We see it now in his stump speeches. I mean, his speech in Gettysburg was billed as this dramatic departure, somebody who was going to focus on substance and take on Washington, lay out exactly how he was going to do that. And there was some of that in the speech, but it was overshadowed by the things that he said about his accusers and his need to defend himself in the sort of news cycle story of the day.
But he would say, and you know, his folks would say that that's because the press just decided to focus on those three lines rather than the substance of his speech, and that, you know, there's a huge sort of conglomerate effort against him in the press. Two-page spread in the New York Times today, Steve, listing all of the people that have been insulted by Donald Trump, and some of them are really reaches.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not unsympathetic to the argument that the media are now, I mean, it's as if reporters are trying to outdo one another to take the next shot at Donald Trump. I get that. I think that's true. But if you're the Trump campaign and you're looking at 2 weeks and 1 day to Election Day, why would you do anything to give them more material?
Absolutely.
I mean, why would he include those three lines in the speech if you know, based on your experience over the past 18 months, that that's what will be the focus? I mean, I also do think, on the other hand, it is the case that some of these stories, some of these things that Donald Trump says require additional media attention, require additional scrutiny. I mean, it is newsworthy when he accuses all of his accusers of having made stuff up, when Trump, in fact, himself has suggested that he might have behaved in these kinds of ways. So, you know, the media has to cover that. So I think the Trump campaign can complain about the excesses. I don't think they can complain about the basis of the coverage itself. Yeah.